So the internet has changed the game in terms of allowing people to start businesses super affordably, super quickly. Basically, it's like taking a test with the book open, right? It's a cheat code, all right? All you gotta do is find somebody who's doing it, copy what they're doing, and do it for yourself, and you oftentimes are gonna be able to scale, all right? But that being said, there are some businesses that are service-based that I think have amazing, and when I mean amazing, I mean $1 million potential within 1 year. And I'd like to share my ideas. There are 3 of them with you today. I want you to steal them, I want you to do them because I personally could use them. But before we get into these, I also want to tell you real quick about the White Label Empire. I'm going to link down below to the White Label Empire. Guys, I've created a 20-minute video tutorial that walks you step by step by step through starting a private label or white label business, all right? And the truth is that the difference between a custom product and a private label or white label, there's only one step that's different that I actually explain in the curriculum over at the White Label Empire, which is my private members-only community. After watching the video, guys, if you're interested in starting a business and getting more help, along with me taking you by the hand and being your mentor through the process, I want you to join the White Label Empire, all right? You're gonna get a curriculum. Basically, I have built a step-by-step protocol that from start to finish will get you launched in a business and selling and scaling. I also do 2-hour calls every single week. We also are in there every single day answering questions, helping take the guesswork out of starting a business online. I'm taking all the lessons, both good and bad, all the learnings that I've learned over the course of the past like 20 years and 20 businesses to basically take you and help you get to the front of the line and launch a business quicker and not make the mistakes that I made, because that's the biggest thing. Guys, hit the link down below, and if you're interested after watching the 20-minute free tutorial, join us on the inside where I can personally make sure that you succeed. You've got to do the work, but I'm going to be there every step of the way, guiding you and helping you along the journey. Gentlemen, you can do something amazing. Hit the link. Join today. Number 1 is interior designer to rich people. All right, so here's the deal. Now, before you just say no and poo-poo this idea, let me just explain something, all right? I've worked with 3 interior designers. The first person was kind of like asking your stylish sister to help. The second person was like asking your super sexy, stylish aunt to help. The third person I'm working with, and the reason why I'm thinking about this is because they are actually doing it like a business, and they are killing it. I'm talking, if I had to guess, she's probably doing 30 million a year, if not more, in revenue. And the amount of margin that she makes in this is insane. Here's the deal. You don't want to go after people that don't have money, right? The whole game with this is you go after people, rich people that are building expensive houses, all right? And there are a lot of them. Even though you might not be able to afford that house, there are a lot of them out there, right? And how you're going to network this and work it is basically connect with high-end premium builders or high-end premium architects. All right, and you're gonna go and you're gonna market and you're gonna try to take them to lunch, or you're gonna basically explain what you do. Now, how do you get a little bit of street cred? Well, basically you need to set up a website that talks about your services. What I would recommend is go and do some searches for, interior designers and basically just model your website after theirs. And then I basically would go and I would just like borrow or go to a place like Shutterstock, images of really badass, sexy like rooms, right? You could even do like AI versions of it if you needed to, because that's a big thing now. And I'm seeing it on Instagram because I follow a lot of like house and like interior places because I'm interested in that kind of stuff. All right, you're gonna find images and you're basically gonna just put a bunch of sexy images, and then you're gonna have a very simple about, and you're going to basically market your services. You're also not going to put your website or your prices on your website. This is something that they'll find out later once they actually contact you. I would also start setting up like your social media profiles, like your Instagram, right? And all these different like platforms, and then just start posting and tagging like super badass interiors. You could also go to other people that are doing this and basically utilize their posts and tag them, right, in the post. But bottom line is this. You're going to be setting up an interior design business, right? You're going to be sourcing products that are going to go into this person's home, but you're not going to tell them what they're charging or what you're charging, all right? Here's how this whole game works. Typically, when you're working with a premium interior designer, you're going to pay them a flat monthly fee just to be engaged, right? So maybe it's $5,000, $2,000, $1,000, whatever, just to be engaged while they're working with you. And then you're going to basically choose and pick out all the different furniture. Now, if you're not interested in picking out furniture, no problem. Hire somebody. If you've got people in your life or people that you know that are good with interiors or have an eye for style, right? These people will be amazing and they can help you out. You can also give them a little bit of cut in terms of the business, right? And then what you're gonna do is basically you're gonna go and source the products that you're actually proposing that you put in their house, right? You're gonna go to the places that these interior designers find things, right? And there are a lot of different places online, there are a lot of different places in your area that sell things. You're gonna get the price and then you're going to basically mark it up. You're not going to tell the person what you're buying it for. You're going to tell the person what they are buying it from you. But you're going to sell it as you're getting it at our cost, right? You could even go to like Restoration Hardware, right? You're not telling them where you're buying these things from. You're basically just showing them what the items are going to be and then what they are charging or what you are charging for this piece of furniture. And you're going to mark up that furniture. You're also going to charge them an additional 20 to 30% on top of whatever that item costs. So if an item costs $1,000 to you, you're going to charge them $1,500. And then you're going to mark it up 30%. 30% of $1,500 is $450, right? Remember, you purchased that item for $1,000, but now you're charging the client, or what they're paying is actually $1,950. You're basically doubling your money. You're also going to charge them for storage. You're going to charge them also for installation. Literally, the price keeps escalating. It is one of the most profitable service businesses out there. And the truth is that there is so much demand, right? This, in my opinion, is a no-brainer. If you are somebody that likes style, that likes houses, that likes homes, that likes decorating, or that likes the idea of it, you can have people work for you and you're just the one that is facilitating the relationships. You're the one that's going and basically dressing all stylish and sassy and going and meeting with these different architects or these builders, or you're going to network with high net worth individuals. You have a card, you've got a website, you have all the marketing collateral that you need. You also have an Instagram account where you are posting all these badass pictures and images of these sexy ass rooms. You're tagging it, right? Go just copy, and I'm not saying copy the pictures, but go and see what other interior designers are posting and then do what they're doing, right? And tag them. And so you're gonna get followers, you're gonna get people that are interested, that are gonna love what you're doing, and then you've got a link that will drive them to your website to get a ton of business. Number two is an auto detailer, right? Two high net worth individuals like doctors, lawyers, attorneys, people like that, right? Why I think this is amazing, honestly, is because A, it's easy. It's easy to find your target demographic, right? There are hospitals, there are buildings, right? A lot of times, like if you find like doctors or attorneys, right, there are going to be a lot of them like in one building or one area. And so what I would do is basically go with flyers to go and drop off at these different doctors' offices or attorneys' offices. At an attorney's office, you might have 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 attorneys at one location. All right, you go with your flyers, right? And then the other beautiful thing is that you don't even need like a tank that you drive or that you drag behind your car, because all these businesses typically are going to have external like hookups to water, right? And so what you're going to be doing is basically going and you're marketing to all these different places. You're going to hopefully set up multiple people in a single day when you're there, right? You're going to have a schedule, and then you're just going to hire people to go and do the work. Once again, your job is basically to build the business and to market it. But the other beautiful thing is that when you're actually doing this for somebody like a doctor or an attorney, right? These people, time is their most valuable asset, right? And so if you can eliminate one of the problems or time issues that they have, which is going to get your car washed, right? And you can do it while they're at work, it's an amazing no-brainer, right? You also can charge a premium, right? And that's something that I personally would recommend. I wouldn't charge them 40 bucks. I would charge them $150, $200 for an exterior and an interior detail, or you could even have additional like services that don't take much more time or cost you much more money in order to basically increase that average order value, right? And then, like I said, you're gonna go to these offices or these hospitals. They're gonna have exterior hookups for your water, right? And if you need to, right, you could bring like a tent that folds up and just set it up to make it look a little bit more pro, a little bit more professional. And like I said, you hire people. You're not the one that's scrubbing and washing and detailing unless you like that, right? Personally, I would hire people, right? Hire a friend. All right, give them 50% of whatever they're making, right, or you're making, and you can basically replicate this. You can do it again and again and again and again, and before you know it, you are a mobile detailing god. You could also basically get like yard signs and like stick them right in front of like the entry or in the parking lots of these places that you're going to network, right? But doctors, attorneys, other people that basically have a lot of money, that typically have nice cars, that value a clean car, a clean aesthetic, these are the people that I personally would recommend you network towards or go after, right? It's an easy way to basically build a business around something that you love if you're somebody that really is interested in cars without having the need to go out and get like a facility or a place that you need to like bring cars in, right? That's an expensive thing, right? But you just going to these places with flyers, with your people, with hoses, with a vacuum, with all the stuff that you need in order to wash and detail a car that basically fits in literally a bucket, you could absolutely crush this. And you do it all over your area. Maybe you have different days where on Mondays you're at this complex, Tuesday you're at that complex, and then as you grow, as you expand, it just builds bigger and bigger and bigger. And you are basically making almost like passive income once you set this up, right? Because your people are doing all the work and you're the one that's basically just facilitating everything and making sure that it runs smoothly and everybody's happy. And the third business is one that I need. And if you do this and you come to my area, call me. Because this is something that it's not just my opinion that we need this, everybody that I talk to needs this. And that is a proper handyman service that does not include people that look like they smoke crack and dress like shit. Everybody needs a dude that can fix shit. Everybody needs a dude that can do things, right? But now you might be saying, but I don't do things. I'm not handy. It doesn't matter. Once again, the smart entrepreneur is the facilitator. And so for me, what I need a handyman. I need a place or a person that I can call to be like, yo, I got a toilet, it's leaking, come and fix it. Or, hey, my air conditioning's out, I need it fixed. Or, I need my gutters cleaned, or whatever it is. Now, you may be thinking, I don't do that. I don't know how to work on air conditionings. No problem. What I would do, if I were you, would basically find it as I need it. What I mean by that is I would get street signs, right? And it's like the little yard signs. I'd have them made, like professional, like A+, like white glove, handyman service, right? I'd get a phone call or a phone number, I'd get a website, right? And basically outline all of your different services. I might outline a few prices or whatever. But basically the idea is that you have or go to an area that has, you know, a high density of people. It doesn't even need to be like high-end people. It could be just regular like people, right? You put your signs out on the weekends. You're going to get a ton of calls. Put a magnet on your car. You're going to get a ton of calls. Post in the local Facebook groups for these different communities, right? Most communities, like I live in Marietta, all right? We have this really like engaged Facebook community for the Marietta like city like Facebook page. Bunch of people bitching and whining and complaining, but they're also looking for things. And so I would basically join all these different groups or the group in your area, and I would post my link to my website. This is what we do. We can help you, right? And then when you get a call for whatever you need or whatever they need, whether or not it's gutter cleaning, pressure washing, you know, whatever, I would then source and go to somebody or call a place to actually get them to basically go and be able to do the work on the side. And what I mean by this is, all right, so if you need an air conditioning guy, I basically would go and I would try to meet people that do air conditioning and go to them and say, hey, I've got this business, it's a handyman service, and I want to basically be able to refer people to you, all right? What will you charge me, or will you cut me a rate or a deal, or can we mark up the service if I actually refer somebody to you? And they're always going to say yes, because people want business, right? If you're a service or a pressure washer or you're a painter or a handyman or somebody who does windows, right? You are always looking for more business. And so your job is the facilitator. All you ask is that when they go, they basically are wearing an outfit that you predetermine, right? Maybe it's your shirt, a t-shirt with your logo on it, or something. But they need to make sure, you need to make sure that they are not like looking scummy, or they look like they just came off of a 10-day bender, because that is honestly typically what you're going to get with a handyman service. And so I would build a handyman service business based on the fact that people need shit done. You've all seen the signs like hunks hauling junk or people that haul junk, right? This is, once again, it's a business, a huge business, and they make tons of money hauling people's shit to the dump. Why do they do this? Because people need shit hauled to the dump. This is the same sort of thing, but on a different level, and honestly, a much bigger and more scalable thing, because once I'd master like my city, then I'd move to like the neighboring town. And then I'd basically start spidering out from the area that I live and start posting and advertising in these different areas. Spidering out, right? You start just growing like wildfire. And I'm telling you, this would explode. The need for handyman services is insane. It's never been bigger, right? And so the cool thing is that you can basically grow nationwide without having to be there, because once again, your job is just marketing. It's advertising your website and your service. And when somebody calls you, then you're gonna basically just reach out to the technician or the person or the people that you need in order to do the thing, and you're basically just marking it up from there so that they make their money, you're making yours. You're making the delta between what they charge and what you are charging the client. And gentlemen, I'm telling you, people will pay a premium for convenience and service. And the most beautiful thing about all three of these businesses is literally you could start it for like under $500. What do you need? You need a website. That's it, honestly. And then you need to start marketing it. These businesses, I'm telling you, they have so much scalability and potential profit. It's insane. You could easily grow this into $1 million business, in my opinion, in a single year. Guys, what about you? Is there another business idea that you have, service-based, that you think could be humongous? Down below, let us know, all right? And if you dug this video, make sure to drop it one of these if you want more of my crazy, harebrained ideas for other additional cheap businesses that you can start that have super upside and potential of scalability. Also down below, say, yo, Alpha, give us some more. And once again, drop me one of these.